And a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, live from Cadet Memorial Field here on the campus of the United States Coast Guard Academy in New London, Connecticut. This is Coast Guard Lacrosse, the 5th game of the regular season for the Bears, and boy, is it a tough one tonight because they get to take on a former national champion. That would be the Wesleyan Cardinals, who I believe right now are ranked 10th in the country as we have it. The Cardinals coming in with a record of 1-0. The Bears coming off of a couple of short little road stint here where they took on RPI and then Salisbury, who obviously have their share of national title aspirations, of course. Well, they split those two. They won up at RPI 16-14 and then lost on Saturday against Salisbury 22-8. And we would think once you get through Salisbury, now you might get a break. No, sir. The Bears get Wesleyan, as this is a team that won the national championship just 2 years ago and also was in the NCAA tournament last year and fell to Amherst College in the second round of the season. Let's give you the starting lineups here for Wesleyan. Number 1 is junior midfielder from Greenwich, Connecticut, Kevin Moriarty gets the start tonight. Number 2, Jake Sexton is a sophomore attackman from East Islip, New York. Ronan Jacoby, one of the top players in the country, is a junior attackman from Glastonbury, Connecticut. He's number 4 tonight. Number 16 is Logan Geller. He's a junior from New York City. Number 19 is a senior Tom Martello at attack. He's from Rockville Center, New York. Number 28 is Mitchell Patton, a senior defenseman, very well versed in the game from Brantford, Connecticut at 6'5". Number 31 is Matt Chase, a junior midfielder from Marietta, Georgia. Colin Malarchuk is a senior defenseman from Briarcliff, New York. And Tom Clajan is a senior defenseman from Manhasset, New York. In net tonight is a preseason All-American for the Cardinals, and that would be Otto Bohan, a senior goaltender from Westlake, Ohio. They are coached in his 24th season by John Raba, who will get into plenty of talk about him tonight. For the Bears, it is Ryan Gocher, the attackman, the senior from Clarksville, Maryland, with the start tonight. Ben Baldick, a defenseman and a junior from Methuen, Massachusetts, is also on the field for us starting tonight as well. Riley McNulty is the midfielder tonight. He is a senior at Annapolis, Maryland. Taking the face-off will be Gunnar Brodfuhrer, the LSM, the freshman from Lexington Park, Maryland, as we are about to get set and underway, and we'll finish the starting lineups in just a moment as soon as we do get underway. We are set to begin here at Cadet Memorial Field for the 5th game of the regular season, and we're underway, and the opening face won by the Cardinals, number 35, and that is Zack Zavok, and immediately off the face, the Cardinals strike. Zavok off the face-off as quick as lightning. He is one of the most underrated face-off men in the country. They believe him to be probably up there for a preseason, for an eventual All-American status. Does Coach John Raba. Talked about him in the preseason coaches show, of course. That goal, though, Zavok right off the face. Unbelievable. That's how quick he can turn things in. And Zavok immediately making an impact right now, and it's turned over by the Bears quickly into the net right here of Matt Chase. Chase trying to put a move on the defender, swings back to the left, and now they will settle. The rest of the starting lineup. Justin Edwards is a defenseman, a senior from Jarrettsville, Maryland, is also getting the start today. A very pleasant surprise from a freshman, Caleb Holdridge, the attackman from Waterford, Connecticut, was the ECC Player of the Year last year. So he is a very, very hot commodity there. As there's a pass, beautiful move there, as it looked like it was number 19, Tom Martello, who received that from Logan Geller. Geller drawing a ton of defenders, and quickly the Cardinals have put themselves up by a score of 2-0. And they are moving around the field. The passing is crisp right now from the Cardinals. Bears trying to stay on pace. So Holdridge has had 4 great games, including a 7-goal performance a couple of games ago. So he's been a pleasant surprise as a freshman. Paul Mame is a sophomore from Merrick, New York. He gets a start at defense tonight. Tom Yule, also a defensive starter, a junior from Rivervale, New Jersey, as this face-off is still loose. And is Zavok going to pick it up? No, it's picked up by the Bears. Nice job there by Gunnar Broadfuhrer. He throws it away, though, and picked off, and now a defensive unit moving it up. Colin Malarchik with a nice clear, and the Cardinals will set up the offense. Will Iorio, the attackman, also from Weaverville, North Carolina, a junior, really, really big part of this Coast Guard offense this year, one of the better feeders in the new MAC. And, of course, we said Gunnar Broadfuhrer, who is a freshman from Lexington Park, Maryland. In net tonight, the netminder, Charles McAllister, senior from Pleasantville, New York, and is in his 6th season at the helm for the Bears, is head coach Ray LaForte. What a move. Oh, wide open opportunity there for Wesleyan, as it was Kevin Moriarty who put the burners on, and missing that one was Jacoby, who was wide open in front of the net. Now the Bears are going to try and clear. Tipped pass, but they finally do get it clear. Nice job there from Logan Tobias, the midfielder from Commack, New York. And Bears get their first offensive opportunity, down by 2 here early, 12:37 to go. Hung around for a little while against Salisbury in the game on Saturday, but eventually got away from the Bears late in the second quarter. Here's a rip shot from outside. Oh, that hit the post. They thought it went on the inside of the post. And right there is McNulty, who we know is a threat from the outside. McNulty, last year's New MAC Player of the Year. Cardinals will set back up. This team lost a lot of seniors, as did Coast Guard from a year ago, and they're not necessarily rebuilding, but retooling, as they like to say, with a ton of young freshmen that are really talented. The Bears also doing the same. We talked about Holdridge, but there's still a ton of freshmen out here that get playing time. Logan Geller trying to move it around for the Cardinals now, and now Wesleyan just kind of moving the ball around, sharing the medicine, if you will. Go back behind the cage here. They come out there, trying to stay him at bay. Meme. Here's a shot inside. What a rip there from Jake Sexton, the sophomore from East Islip, New York. Inside. Came up, jumped in the air, and shooting it low, from low to high. And can't get much lower, you can't get much high to low, excuse me, as the sophomore is able to jump in the air, and you can't get much higher than he did, at least from his standpoint, standing at 6'1". 11:14 to go. Bears find themselves down by 3. There's a false start on the face by the Bears. Is trying to get a jump there, trying to get something going there was Broadfuhrer. Will immediately come out. Sexton is going to get credited for the goal. Chase will be credited for the assist. Early on still here. Wesleyan showing their power, showing their might. A crisp offensive unit. Bears switch off defenders here. Back to the outside. Now behind to X. Inside opportunity there as Sexton tried to find Riley Larson in the middle, and ball went almost all the way out to the midfield line and taken back out by the Cardinals. Short face dodge there, edged aside. Nice defense there from Ryan Gocher. Top, and that one is lost there by Jacoby. Here's Jacoby, tried to work it inside, lost for a moment, trying to regather there is Spencer Robbins. He is fighting for it along there with Ryan Gochar, and now finally picked up by the Cardinals. That was Sexton. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're just going to throw it away and take a delay of game. Nice defensive possession by the Bears there. Gochar especially has been a pest all night long, staying on his offensive player. Bears will get an opportunity for a clear here. These have to be crisp tonight if the Bears are going to win this game. Get it across, just barely to the long pole there. Cross pass there is knocked down. They were trying to find Will Iorio. And now regathered here by Holdridge, the freshman. Holdridge, a really incredible talent. Had a couple of very good games. 15 goals. He leads the Coast Guard in scoring, and that time some defensive pressure forced a bad pass. It looked like it was Tom Clagen who forced a bad pass over the head of Holdridge, and it goes over the end line, and it'll go back to the Cardinals here with 8:50 to go. Ball is buzzing right now, and so are the boys on the Cardinals' side. And you can hear Charles McAllister calling out exactly where the ball is. It's a good job by the goaltender letting his defense know. That's a skip pass. They move it quickly. Shot. Nice save there by McAllister off the stick of Tom Martello. That one from the outside. Nice job of McAllister again avoiding that from Sexton. Rolling it over to his defender. And, oh man, the miscommunication there on the end is, it looked like trying to communicate was Meme and Yule, and now quickly back down the field go the Cardinals, and a huge shot right there as Martello was cleaned by Matt Johnson, the Westport, Connecticut native, who was really probably just trying to save a shot. McAllister got the save anyway. And that's just an all-out play there from Johnson. And the Cardinals are going to get a penalty here. So this will be man down for the Bears for a minute. On an immediate hit that was probably a bit high for the referee's liking. So now the Bears are going to see how good their man-down defense is. They're going to lock off Ronan Jacoby and let a four-man square stay in the middle here. See if the Cardinals break it. Moving in the middle there is Sexton. Bears do not want to break this mold here. Their movement's got to be crisp. Nice find. Good job, though, by the defense. Losing it for a moment and then regathering is Peyton Bowler, the defenseman from Syracuse. Really nice job. And here comes the fast break. That one tipped up in the air. Pass somehow got into the stick of Bohan, but again turned over by the Cardinals. They're moving. Shot by McNulty wide. And it looks like it went wide right. But Holdridge is back there. And it'll remain with the Bears for the next 75 seconds. Back and forth there scenarios. So the Bears just going to try and kill off this penalty for 3 seconds. And they do. So they are back even now after the minute penalty. Bears trying to be patient, trying to find that shot here. Not give up any silly mistakes. Here's Gochar. Gives it off to McNulty. Back behind the cage. 40 seconds now on the shot clock for the Bears. Have cutters inside, but now trying to move around here is Will Iorio. He gives it off. That was Holdridge. Now it's McNulty down low and losing it. But regathering is McNulty. It looked like that was Holdridge down low. Having it originally was Connor Rowan. McNulty takes it behind the cage himself as the Bears continue to rotate with 10 seconds here on the shot clock. They got to get something off here. 5 seconds. Nobody, and now they're going to give it up here. Nothing going there. So a couple of defensive possessions here as that'll draw some of the cheers of some of the Wesleyan's fan section, who there are a few out there tonight. It's an early season matchup here. Is that a turnover there I think we saw? Looks like it. So Wesleyan gives it up in their own end. Here's Holdridge trying to come around cage. Not a big angle for him, but he almost was able to put that through. Bears got to the end line. A fast-paced first quarter. The Bears have settled down slightly in these last few minutes. Inside, trying to handle it and immediately getting checked by Clajan. Looked like Iorio. So now here come the Bears, and nice check there coming from Justin Edwards, who gets the stick out of the hand. A little yard sale action there for the Bears on a Wesleyan player. Bears moving it back down. Flynn gives it off to Holdridge. Clajan doing a nice job tonight on the freshman right now. Really hasn't given like much room at all to move. Here's Connor Rowan, the top. Holdridge likes to do is come around from that behind the cage, the X position as we say, and likes to draw double teams and draw defenders to kind of pass off to other teammates. As the ball got loose behind the cage, still loose. Now out toward the end line. Nice job shoveling it over for the Bears. Looked like it might have been Justin Edwards who did that at the midline. Here's Holdridge, going to go one-on-one on Clajan. Spins inside, shot, saved there by the preseason All-American. Otto Bohan was not fooled. They hit towards the near side bar. There's a triple team. Nice job by the Bears there. It's picked up now by Iorio, and he'll settle with 3.5 minutes. That's a great job of the Bears, just trapping an offensive player in the middle of the field and getting a turnover out of it. Bears going to try and remain patient. They do not want this getting out of hand like it did against Salisbury. See if they get one on the board as a shot went wide. Ryan Gochar. And now the clock is going to stay at 48 seconds. Exactly 3 minutes here to go. And Wesleyan will call a timeout with 3 minutes. So if we remember and go back to last season, it was a loss for the Bears that they suffered up in Middletown. It was a 17-6 defeat to Wesleyan, where they ended up being down 10-0 at the half and really didn't get anything going until the fourth quarter. Now that game last year was kind of a revenge game, if you will, for Wesleyan, because even though they did win the national championship in 2018, one of the few teams that beat them that year were the Coast Guard Bears. It was just a few years ago, as we said 2 years ago, it was a win for the Bears 10-9. They won right here at Cadet Memorial Field. We are about 2 days away from the 2-year anniversary of that big upset. And at the time, the Bears were 3-0. Had a very nice game by Riley McNulty in that game. Had 4 goals and an assist. So he's hoping to continue that this year, and he did that as a sophomore, and you can tell he was really going to be a talent coming up, and now in his senior season, without question, the heartbeat of the offense. And they're hoping that Caleb Holdridge can be that, and after the first few games, he seems like he might be the next in line to Riley McNulty to be one of the great attackmen that the Bears have had. Holdridge out back to McNulty as they play a little catch here, and they tried to skip pass. It was tipped by a Wesleyan defender. Nate Gee was the one they were looking for. Big Flats, New York is his hometown. Wesleyan's kind of switched off to a little bit of a zone here. McNulty with a shot from way outside, and Bohan was not fooled. He tried to keep it low. Bohan got down on the ground and was able to stop it. Quick move here by the Cardinals, who are wearing the road blacks tonight here early in the season, as opposed to the Reds. Bears rocking the orange numbers this evening. Here comes a cutter inside for Wesleyan. Nobody there. Jacoby, who's dangerous, just passes it off. Back out to Jacoby on the outside. Back behind the cage. It's Moriarty trying to make a move. Got to Sexton. Quickly moving. Moriarty to the outside. Opportunity knocking. No. Good check there. Ripping the ball loose of the stick was number 17, Robert Doherty. It's still picked up. Now lost in front here. Bears thought they had it. And is it a failure? The clock ran out, I believe, there on Wesleyan. It wasn't a clear possession, and now quickly the Bears move down the field with 50-second shot off the dome right there. That one was absolutely rocketed. I believe that was Caleb Holdridge. It was. And the Bears give it right back with 40 seconds here to go. Malarchik's going to take it himself. Being chased down, almost got checked. Quickly inside Sexton, who was left all alone. Great save by McAllister. My word. Left him all alone by his lonesome on the island, and he sticks him. Quick man-on advantage here. It's out of bounds. Good job by Wesleyan right there. That was number 26, Shane Gallagher. There's 11 seconds left. He knocked it out of the hand of Peyton Bowler. Quickly, here come a rifled shot. My goodness. Was that thing toasted by Sexton? And with 5 seconds left, the Bears will just clear it way down. Is there an opportunity here? Yes, right! With .5 on the clock. What a play! Will Iorio with the score. And a huge clear. A full court clear to goal there. I believe it was Justin Edwards who had the clear. And a momentous goal. I mean, that was very badly needed for the Bears, and they get it right at the buzzer. Fantastic stuff. Just fantastic from Iorio. We will face off and go to the second quarter, where maybe we might have gotten a short momentum swing right there. That's exactly who it was. They just announced it. Justin Edwards with a full field clear to Will Iorio, who puts it in the net as Bohan was coming out. That's all he can do as you leave the goaltender alone out there on an island all by himself. Then he has no other option but to come out of the net and try to smash somebody, basically, is all he can really do. Just get in the face of a shooter. And that time, Iorio was given a gift. Unbelievable mishap. That's what, I guess, the equivalent to a halftime Hail Mary, if you will, for the Bears. So 15 minutes to go back on the clock here, and the Bears are going to be down just 2 instead of 3. Iorio, he is one of the better assist leaders in the conference right now. He, in fact, leads the conference in assists with 9. Already a couple of big saves there, as big leaders here, rather, from the Coast Guard, as you have McAllister right now, second in the conference in saves at 38. You have Holdridge and Iorio, both 1, 2, and Riley McNulty in the 4th position. So 3 of the top 4 scorers in the conference are on this Coast Guard unit. They are an offensively sound team, and they played a much better defense, especially in the last 6 minutes of the first quarter. Now they will go back to the face-off circle. Wesleyan's goal came with 11-14, so they held Wesleyan scoreless for a majority of that first quarter, about 11 minutes, and finally got the goal they needed. So does that change anything as we switch sides heading into the second quarter? Dan Zampano here with you on the USCGA Sports Network. You can catch every men's and women's lacrosse game right here on USCGAsports.com. Also baseball coming up, softball coming up. And don't forget, tomorrow night, the men's basketball team, after an unbelievable Sunday up at WPI, a 25-point comeback for the Bears against the Engineers, led to an overtime victory, and they got the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. So they will be playing Brockport on Thursday. Huge game there for Coach Jaskowitz. Can the Cinderella story continue? There was an interference penalty just there, so it was technical, so they will just replay and restart here. New shot clock is implemented. Tried to go down low. Was that a shot? No, it's not. They're going to call that as a pass. The goals in that first quarter, Tom Martello, Zack Zavok, and Jake Sexton, all with goals. And then, of course, Iorio right at the end of the quarter there. Oh, good look there by Iorio, as he had Matt Johnson right there in front, who had beaten his defender right in front of the crease. Drive inside there by Connor Rowan. Now the Bears will reset. Here comes the lefty Holdridge. Shot. Slow angle there from Holdridge, coming right towards the crease. Freshman played at Waterford High School. Was part of a state championship team just a few years ago. There's a shot taken. A big hit coming from Tom Klojan, who really knows how to deliver them. Forces the shot high. There's an opportunity inside, and a score as Holdridge fed Johnson for the goal, and the Bears have cut the lead to 1 on the number 10 team in the country right now. Johnson just coming from the top of the box and flying towards the crease. Holdridge coming around. They met right at a perfect moment. And a goal for the Bears brings the lead to 1. Trying to get that one is Gunnar Broadfuhr, and he does not regather. Possible turnover there. Here is another loose ball, and ground ball finally picked up here by Wesleyan. They move it, but they throw it away. That's going to go back over to the Bears. Mitchell Patton was trying to work it up to his teammate, and Just kind of threw it past him. Might have been a back swing check there by one of the Bears defenders. There's McAllister. Long pass over the head of McNulty, but behind him was Holdridge. McNulty was trailing for a moment. It's actually Rowan, pardon me. Now the Bears can set up. Here is McNulty, the senior. Drive by Rowan, beats his man, shot, hit the post! On a bounce, that is a shot, and the Bears were at the sideline first, and they will keep the ball. That was a great take there. A bounce shot for Rowan that was just a little far inside to beat the preseason All-American. Shot, another turn. That one might have got a piece of the pipe too. Well, it's going to go out of bounds here, and they're going to say last touched here by the Bears, so Wesleyan will clear. Wesleyan has not scored in just about 15 minutes. $11-14 in the first quarter was the third goal of the game for them. Trying to get back to it. Patience, and maybe a little too much patience here. They tried to force a pass and fake the shot. But instead, it's a pass that is too far behind for Tom Martello. Long clear out there, and that one is given right back. So the Bears don't take advantage of it here with 10:45 to go. Give it to Bohan, who, he almost threw that one away. So he tried to go behind his back there to Klojan, who's one of the better defenders in the conference and really in the country. Quickly trying to get it out of there, and another bad pass by Wesleyan. That's about the fourth or fifth pass that has been off target. This time it's Owen Ward, the senior from Ipswich, Massachusetts, who is guilty of that. The Bears get a break again. They've gotten Taylor Gustafson as well involved, another freshman here from Littleton, Colorado. That shot was wide. Taken by Matt Flynn. Bears trying to rotate guys in and out on offense. Maybe give Wesleyan a little bit of a different look here. Gonna stay in there, and that time a really nice defensive play there by number 38, Brendan Keene. Knocked it out of the stick of his opponent. That's another turnover. My goodness, how many turnovers we got in this game, huh? Here's McNulty, as that one was picked up by the long stick midfield. That's Paul Mamere, excuse me, the defenseman Paul Mamere. Bears are going to hold and wait for more offensive players to come on. It's Holdridge who will come across. Also coming into the game is Gee. Holdridge the lefty with a burst of speed. Shot on the run. Nice save there by Bohan. And now Holdridge will chase Bohan around, and he'll hand it off to his fellow teammate, number 26, Shane Gallagher. Can the Bears finally get a clean clear? Excuse me, the Cardinals. Jacoby gives off. Back to him. They go left, shot wide there. It looks like the Bears were there first, no? Oh, I guess not. They're going to say Moriarty beat Justin Edwards to the line. 33 seconds on the clock here for Wesleyan to work with. Bad passes here for them and turnovers resulted in a couple of opportunities, and that's a shot from the outside, saved by McAllister. Great save, but that's just a shot right in the line of sight for McAllister that they thought they could beat him on, and it was no avail. McAllister, a really good goaltender here for the Bears. The senior, former Iona Prep star, is McAllister. Finally getting a full-time job this year. There's a shot low by Holdridge, stopped by Bohan. So the goaltender's putting on a little bit of performance in the last couple of minutes. McAllister played in 8 games last year. Now is full-time, has started the first 4 games of the year, the first 5 games of the year. Seven minutes to go here in the first half. Bears trail Wesleyan 3-2. And a very competitive contest here between these two Connecticut almost rivals here. That one is in. Not a ton of angle there for Kevin Moriarty, but somehow snuck it inside the pipe. Right in front of McAllister, and now another timeout for Coach John Raba's team, who will talk it over now, holding a 2-goal lead with 6:46 left to go here in the second quarter. And we talk about the Bears this season coming off of a loss to Salisbury, and again, that's a team that obviously is going to be tough inside and out. Friday night, that's what it is. So I just got word from Jason Southard at the athletics department. The game is Friday night, not Thursday night, the basketball game, just so everybody knows that. My mistake. But the Bears coming off of that loss to Salisbury, we knew that was going to be a tough game. We knew this was going to be a tough game for against Wesleyan, but so far the Bears have certainly hung tough in this game. It's a 4-2 contest. Shots on goal right now, Bears have 6, and compared to the Wesleyan 7, they've kind of upped the ante in that. And it's pretty even as well ground ball wise. It's not like they're getting beat on a ton of ground balls. Wesleyan, though, a lot of the reason why they have maybe not played up to par for John Raba's liking is that they have 12 turnovers in this game. Bears only with 9 turnovers here. Well, Ray LaForte's got to be happy right now where his team is at, within striking distance, with about 7 minutes left in the half. You'd like to get another goal here, obviously, and keep pace for as long as you can. And go into halftime, you do not want this lead to get anywhere farther than maybe 3. Let's see what the Bears can do here. They are fighting for a tooth and nail right now. Is trying to get into the restraining box, and it did, but only once Zack Zavok picked it up. So now the Cardinals, who are very dangerous on the fast break, are kept at bay for the moment, but we'll get a fresh 90 seconds here, and now that 90 is already down to 60. Jacoby goes behind the cage. Now the Cardinals set up the play here. Thrown across to Jacoby. They do not want him doing anything with that ball on his stick. A very good dodging ability. They go for the bull there and sides against it. Here Moriarty. Inside opportunity to Sexton. The ball's loose. And squirts out. Let's see what they call a last touch. They're going to say it's the Bears that touched it last. As Peyton Bowler was the closest to it. So now 15 seconds to go here. They're going to go for it. Gustafson. No. Wide. And 8 seconds for Jacoby to work with. Jacoby going to come around cage, beat his man, shot. Nice job by McAllister. A collision in front of the crease. Picked up again, though, by Moriarty. Goes all the way outside to Jacoby, and a fresh 80 seconds. Ripped from the outside. Saved by McAllister again. Man, Charlie McAllister really putting on a show right now against some of the best shooters in the country. It's the 6th save tonight for Charlie McAllister. Here's Riley McNulty. Gets a screen for a moment. Nowhere to go, though. Good feet movement there from, like that was Malarchik. Around the cage. Gonna find a hole here, and nothing there for Iorio. This Wesleyan defense is tough. Yeah, resting the bar right on the arm there. Not letting the attackman get in front of him is a great job defensively. Or get at that one, a backhand check there for Wesleyan. Nice job there on the defense. I believe that was number 34, and that's Sean Penny, midfielder. And now the Cardinals are in business again. Quickly moving. Here comes the attack. Shot is really into the dirt there for Owen Ward. And it'll remain with the Cardinals. Bears defense hanging tough. Their goaltending has been pretty superb so far. Working it around. Up top. Spencer Robinson, Jacoby. Inside opportunity there. Squeaked through. Loose ball on the ground. Trying to get there. Now it's picked up by the Cardinals. Matt Gill. Back out to Jacoby. Got a shorty on him. Spin shot. Oh my goodness. Is he dangerous or what? Ronan Jacoby just put Will Castred in the spin cycle right there. Dropped again, but regathered. Back to Jacoby. He's got a short stick midfielder on him right now, and that could be a death wish right now for the Bears. Now McNulty, Jacoby left all alone. Tried to bounce one right in the near side top corner post. Went over the net. Now 56 seconds to go on this possession. Right now that's what they're trying to do, is just get it to Jacoby. Another shot wide. 50 seconds. The shot clock. Bears in need of a turnover here to cut the lead back down. There's a timeout coming. It is a timeout for Coast Guard with 2:14 to go. Down by 2 and 43 seconds to go on the shot clock. The Bears will take a timeout, and Coach LaForte is going to have to figure out a way here to lock off Ronan Jacoby, because Jacoby right now with the short stick midfielder, he has the ability to throw any type of dodge he wants. Face dodge, split dodge, bull dodge, spin. I mean, he's kind of like the tool, the 5-tool player, if you will. Speed and power and a absolutely wicked shot. So the Bears are going to have to figure out a way to defend that right now. As Peyton Bowler has done a pretty good job. Connor Rowan again as well, along with Paul Meme out there on defense for the Bears tonight. pretty good job from them. As far as you'd say, you'd limit one of the top scoring teams in the country a year ago to 4 goals in the first half. I think that they would take that, knowing that they have the offensive power that they do. Right now it is 7 saves for Charlie McAllister as well on 17 shots, so that's a decent percentage there for Charlie McAllister. Back to it here, 2:14 to go. Starting with it will be Moriarty. To the top. Poking his way through and just looking. Now they'll work it around here to Jacoby again. They get help defense and a nice job there. That's got to be a turnover. Great help defense there. Coming over, I believe that's Ben Bolduc, the junior from Methuen, Massachusetts, with a great job. Good check to force a bad pass by Jacoby and giving the Bears an opportunity to get within 1. It's going to take a full team effort from the Bears tonight to win this game. A long pass by McAllister is caught. Inside opportunity thrown away there by Rowan, and a quick timeout here coming for the Coast Guard as the Bears will talk it over with Ray LaForte and offensive coordinator J.C. Flaherty as well to see exactly what they can draw up with 1:26 to go. It's an incredibly important possession. At halftime, when we get there, we will update you on some of the scores from around the new MAC from earlier today, as the Bears playing Wesleyan tonight. They've already had some finals in the new MAC earlier today, so we will update you on some of that, and also give you some first half stats and highlights from this pretty impressive right now defensive performance for the Bears. Down just 4-2 to the number 10 team in the nation. Two years removed from that national championship, as we said. Won it up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough against Salisbury. It was kind of the culmination of a long career for John Raba at Wesleyan University. It's his 24th season here. There in Middletown, rather. Bears trying to see if they can cut a lead to pull another upset like they did 2 years ago. Here's McNulty. Working it around. 1 minute to go. Holdridge gives to McNulty, who wanted to take an absolute rocket shot. Decided against it. For somebody inside. There's nobody there. 10 seconds now to shoot. They go inside. Escape for a moment, and now checked out of the stick of Ryan Gochar by Kyle Camphausen. 33 seconds. Here come the Cardinals out to Jacoby. As Ward handed off quickly behind the cage to Sexton. A shot from the outside. Score! Underhand missile from Tom Martello, the senior attackman from Rockville Center, New York. Takes an absolute missile and launches it right below the bar of McAllister. And now 23 seconds here. Bears maybe try to get a quick face-off fast break. You're going to have to do it against one of the better face-off men in the country in Zack Zavok. Zavok wins it quickly. Trying to run him out of bounds was Broadfuhrer, but to no avail. Quickly moving around. 9 seconds to go. They're going right at him. Lost it to the outside. It's going to go out of bounds. Yes, with 1.7. So they'll just run it out now. And at the end of the half, the score, Wesleyan 5, Coast Guard 2, as what was a pretty good performance there by the Bears on defense in the first half. Right at the end of the second quarter, as the Bears did to Wesleyan in the first quarter, Wesleyan does to the Bears with a goal with 23 seconds left from Tom Martello. Bears limited the Cardinals to just 2 goals in that second quarter. But the goal scoring have come courtesy of Kevin Moriarty, Jake Sexton, Zack Zavok was the first one right off the bat, and 2 from Tom Martello. The 2 for the Bears, Will Iorio with 0.5 seconds on the clock was able to get a goal right at the end of the first quarter, and Matt Johnson as well has delivered a goal tonight. Charlie McAllister, 7 goals in the first half on 18 shots, 7 saves rather, on 18 shots. Right now having a pretty decent game himself, while Otto Bohan has 4 saves on 16 attempts. When we come back, we will have the scores from around the New Mac, some first half stats for you, along with the second half of tonight's contest. Stay right here on the USCGA Sports Network. Back here at Cadet Memorial Field on the campus of the United States Coast Guard Academy, the halftime score. The Wesleyan Cardinals 5, Coast Guard 2, as the Bears got off to a rough start. We're down 3-0 with 11 minutes still left in the first quarter, but they hung tough and held Wesleyan for a very good long while. Almost 20 minutes did Wesleyan go without scoring a goal. And the Bears were able to grab two, one right at the end of the first quarter by Will Iorio, and then another by Matty Johnson. But that was it, and then the Cardinals came back and got two towards the end of the half, including a very big one with 23 seconds to go by Tom Martello. Some updates from around the new MAC as all the games have been played already today, all the new MAC teams. Widener College beating Emerson 17-7 earlier today. Babson getting a close victory over Endicott 8-6. And it was MIT outlasting UMass Dartmouth in double overtime today, 8-7. So this is your final game of the new MAC tonight. And the Bears are going to have to try and make a comeback as Zavok with a great move over to Sexton. They wanted a call in the crease there. McAllister is very unhappy. They're going to meet about this here. Was Sexton in the crease? We're going to find out. Was the ball in? Yes, it was. It was in before Sexton was in the crease. Great ball movement. Zavok to Martello and then to Jake Sexton, the sophomore. And that's the danger of having a great face-off guy is Zack Zavok can really flip a game on its head. And as exactly as the first half started, the second half mirrors it completely. A 6-2 lead right now for the Cardinals to begin the second half. Broadfury going to try and hang tough here as they get locked in like a couple of rhinoceroses here. Lost. Zavok almost picked up, but it squirts out and is picked up by the long stick midfielder. That was Ben Boldick, and now it's stripped of him, and the Cardinals are going the other way. Shot, score! Tom Martello with the hat trick. And immediately out of the gates, whatever John Raba said to his team at halftime might have got them a little motivated, a little fire in the belly, as it is now a 7-2 lead here for the Cardinals very early on here in the second half. 14-23. We have not played, 40 seconds? And Zavok is dominating in the face-off circle right now. Lost that one, though. Good job there by Brotzauer. Shot ripped by Holdridge for the left hand, and it's wide. Broadfury winning that time. Much-needed victory. This is Iorio going behind the cage. The conference's leading assist man to McNulty. Trying to be patient are the Bears here. Cutter inside. They don't take the bait. McNulty. Oh, he had a man down right at the crease and now going to fight to get there. No, as Iorio couldn't get around the goaltender, Otto Bohan. Did a nice job of screening him from the ball, letting go out of bounds, and Wesleyan will get another possession here. 70 seconds on the clock, and they'll get it over. Picked up by Sexton, right near the restraining box. Which, of course, we refer to it as the restraining box, although there really isn't a restraining box anymore. It's no delayed shot clock here, delayed shot call because of the shot clock now implemented just a few years ago. 80-second shot clock now in college lacrosse. Here is Ronan Jacoby. Behind Moriarty. Kick out. Shot ripped and high there from Martello, who has 3 already tonight. And now a discussion by the officials. Not entirely sure what this is going to be about. The shot went high, and maybe there was a discrepancy on who exactly got to the end line first. And we'll remain with the Cardinals. There was 78 seconds. So they're going to call that one to reset the shot clock there. No, they're going to move the shot clock back down. So 25 seconds here. Shot was not on goal. That one wasn't either, as Jacoby tried to sneak one on a spin. With 21 seconds here. Bears wanted that call. They thought they were closest to the end line. So the shot was not on goal. Remember, that shot has to be on net or saved. And that time is a penalty. Is that goal going to count is the question. Was he in the crease or not? This might be Sexton again. That time it felt like the official, that time it felt like he was possibly in the crease. This one might go the Bears' way here. Let's see. There is a penalty. We're going to see what the official calls on the far sideline. Goal is not going to count. It looks like we have a technical penalty. Technical foul here. If my eyes are clear enough to see it. On the Bears before the shot. No goal. That's exactly what happened. A technical foul here on the Bears. 30 seconds for Wesleyan on the man up. They get a fresh 80 as well. An immediate turnover here. Oh, what a break the Bears just caught as Matt Chase threw it away. And the Bears now can kill off this penalty with only has 18 seconds left on it anyway. See if they double the goaltender here. They're not going to. McAllister will come out from behind the crease. And the shot clock, again, never reset. And it looked like it... So he says the shot clock never reset, but it did, and they started it too early. So that's some misadventures there from the officials, as we say. So now they'll reset it again, and we'll go again. It can't be worse than basketball season. It can't be worse if you tuned in for that. Penalty is over, so we're back to even strength here for both sides. Also the outside of Holdridge. And to sneak a pass in there, it went beyond the stick of a teammate there. It looked like that was Matt Johnson, but it was regathered. Bears need to dig deep and find a way to score here. And this guy can certainly do that, Riley McNulty. McNulty and Holdridge both have been held scoreless tonight. Outside left hand, spin back inside. No shot still coming from Gochar. Now they'll work it to the other side. Will Holdridge have better luck? It's a screen set up. And then back down here for Rowan. There's 3 seconds. They got to get a shot off, and now they throw it away. No space for the Bears to get any shot. A suffocating defensive performance right now by the Wesleyan Cardinals. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Cardinals scored their first 2 goals of the half in 37 seconds, both off of face-off opportunities from Zack Zavok. Trying to double on the outside of Robbins. Shot save there. Sexton thought he might have been able to sneak another one. Opposite stick side. And it will be a nice another save there for McAllister. And a good clear here for the Bears. They run a fast break. Rowan will hold up. Bears finally getting everybody they want on the field here. Everybody's ready to go with 35 seconds on the clock here. Did waste a lot of time getting some substitutions in. The drive, spin, shot, no. Too far outside by Iorio with 26 seconds. Coming around Cage's hole, just lost it. And regathering is number 40, Kevin Linsky, for the Cardinals, and he throws it away. Bears catch another break. 80 seconds here. It's a drive. Taylor Gustafson in. Around to Holdridge. Oh, he tried to pick that off the ground. Not a good pass there. And now a double team. And both the players on the double team didn't realize the ball was out. That's going to be a penalty on the Bears, or a foul on the Bears. They did the job. They just didn't realize they did the job. Isn't that brutal? Go to work. You know what you're doing. You think it's done, but you keep messing around with it. You've already done the job, and then maybe something breaks. Haven't we all had that happen before? Shot. Save! Another one for McAllister off of Martello's stick, who was open in the middle. Ball is still loose and now picked up by Geller. Logan Geller with a nice job. Here's Jacoby with a running start. Ripped from the outside. Another save by McAllister. Popped way up in the air. It hits the crease and is picked up by Martello. McAllister is a human wall right now. Jacoby again. That is unbelievable. That is ridiculous. Ronan Jacoby just takes it and sauces one from way out. And that's going to force a timeout for the Bears. With 6:35 to go. I mean, that is why this young man is so dangerous. He can go from flat-footed, basically. There's virtually no step into that. And just all power and muscle for Jacoby, who just absolutely stinger missiles one for the Cardinals there. Jacoby, if we're looking at numbers from the last game, Wesleyan opened up with a win over Bates earlier this season, obviously. That was their first game. So this is just their second game of the year, so they are nowhere near ready, at least. Or not ready, but they're nowhere near, at full capacity, I would say. Jacoby already 4 goals on the year in his first game. Then he adds another one. Now he's got 5 for the junior, and it's scary that he's a junior here, operating on a different level. This guy, I mean, he's really something. Glastonbury, Connecticut native. Well, the Bears are going to have to go back to work. They have been shut out so far in the second half with 6:35 to go. And as good as Charlie McAllister has been in net, he can only take so much. Another win by Zavok. And the pass was wide. To the joy of the Bears. Charlie McAllister, 10 saves on 26 shots tonight. He has been peppered, but he has certainly held his own. There's no question about that. A courageous performance for him. And they're going to say that was a failure to advance, it looks like. Or maybe offsides. It was offsides there by the Bears. So back they come now after a turnover again. Driving, shooting, and that one's wide. And Wesleyan's going to get there first. At least that's what this should be called there. As a shot by Matty Johnson was wide. Colin Malarchuk got to the sideline first. The officials are going to have another discussion about this. Ask if this is a pass or a shot. I think it was obvious that it was a shot. So they will award it to the Cardinals here. Long legs of Matt Chase brings the ball down the field. And Cardinals go right back to the top here. Logan Geller will handle things, the junior from New York City. Here's Jacoby after that monster goal. Takes an opportunity. Oh, tried to kind of sneak one there. Wound up. And then kind of took a shot from the hip. And that went wide. Wesleyan will get it back here. 28 seconds on the shot clock. There's Geller. Back to Jacoby here. Jacoby goes back around Cage here. Martello. Sexton lost it, and now picked back up by Jacoby with 8 seconds. Inside Martello, and it is a bad pass that is picked up by Meme. And given back to McAllister, and away the Bears go again. Oh no, a mistake there by Bowler. Martello rips and scores and takes a hit for it, but he'll take the goal. Martello, goal number 4 for the senior attackman. And it's a 9-2 game here with just about 4:18 left here in the third quarter. It's gone from bad to worse as we've gone along here in the third.
Cardinals goal scored by number 19,
But on the positive, the Bears are able to win that face-off. Fighting off attacks there. Nice job. Great job there by Eric Schultz, the midfielder from Virginia Beach, to get out of there alive and with the ball. That's a hustle play that Ray LaForte's going to like to see. Late in the game, down by 7, still working hard. Good roll dodge. Nice job by Bohan staying in front of it. The shot of Iorio, but that might be a hold coming up here. Let's see what they call here as a penalty. It looks like do we have 2 penalties coming up here? No, just one here. So a 1-minute penalty, and it looks like Owen Ward was the guilty party. So 3:48 to go, and Ward will take a seat. An opportunity here for the Bears. Opportunity knocks. Let's see if they answer. And they come to the entrance of the cave. Man up is on here. A virtual power play, and that ain't good, man. Holdridge stepped out of bounds. Holdridge got it, but he could not walk the tightrope. And now Wesleyan there's an opportunity here for a man down goal here. They wanted a penalty there against the Bears on Robert Doherty. And still Sexton dodging and ducking his way past defenders. Wesleyan would be wise to just hold on here and just let it run out. 12 seconds on the penalty. And we are now even. So the Bears squander that opportunity, and now Wesleyan is back on the attack. And they move the ball, don't they? Look at that. I mean, that is wonderful offense, ending in a Jake Sexton goal. His 3rd of the night, and you can't run a better offensive show than that, as the Cardinals right now are in command. They have scored 6 in this quarter with 2:24 to go. The Bears have not scored in the second half. They trailed 4-2 at the end of 5-2 rather at the end of the first half. So 5-0 right now. Wesleyan on top. Excuse me. Zavok wins another one. Got around a defender. Trying to work his way back inside. His opportunity, and a shot was saved, and he hit the deck. He was laid out by Wilm Castrud, the freshman. And that shot, they're going to say, are we going to have a timeout here? No, we're going to have some substitutions coming in. Wesleyan ball right now, and nobody is where the referee is. He's trying to get somebody's attention. Finally, Jacoby will come over and say, I'll take that. .203 to go here in the third. Just moving it around, just waiting for their opportunity. This is what they do. They can really lull you to sleep. Find somebody in the middle, and then backside, bam, it's open. There it is. There's a shot, and a nice kick save. Oh, a little kick save there from McAllister. And a shot taken by Matt Chase. Inside, that one was wide from Sexton. McAllister doing a good job right now in that. Still encouraging his defense, even though they've at times gotten beat badly, he's still encouraging them to stay strong, to stay in front of their man. Ripped from the outside. That one hit the post, no question about it. Kevin Moriarty, who already has 1 goal tonight. Some of the cadets right now have come out. Classes are probably have finished, so they're out here supporting a lot of the Wesleyan, or excuse me, a lot of the Coast Guard faithful here. There's the lacrosse team there. Is it in the crease? Yes, it is. Jumping into the crease was Chase, and that'll get some of the cadets going. Avoiding a nice check there, Tom Yule gets it up and staying on his feet is Iorio. So a nice job by Iorio. Trying to roll dodge back inside, and he's tried to do that all night. It just hasn't been there. It's been amazing defense. You got number 28, Mitch Patton, and number 47, Tom Klojan, who have just closed off everything. There's a shot, a rip, and a score! Ryan Gochar! On the move away from the goal, and Gochar lets one fly into the net. And the Bears, finally, with 29 seconds, have ended that long scoring drought here in this game. Ten to 3 now. Bears with some life late in the third with 29.7 on the clock here.
Bears goal scored by number 8, Ryan Gochar.
One is loose in front now. And they get after it. Look at this. Oh, look at this. And the referees are going to let him play. A little dirty work there from Logan Tobias. Now, we've had just about enough, haven't we? But a very quick turnaround and score there by Sean Penny, and you cannot turn your head on this Cardinal offense. Just as quickly as they lose it, they get it right back and regather. And it's another goal here with 2 seconds left. That was a backbreaker if you ever saw one. 2.5 seconds to go. And the Bears now going to rip a shot towards the end. It's going to go wide. And that is the end of the third quarter. With the score, Wesleyan 11 and Coast Guard 3. So that goal came with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. The Bears had not scored a goal since, and we're trying to get this up for you as some of the computers are down and internet is down. They had not scored a goal since the 12:49 mark in the second quarter. Oh, do the math. That's just about 27 minutes of scoreless lacrosse for the Bears right there. So we go to the fourth. As a late goal coming from Gochar. 30 seconds and turned right around. And every time the Bears have had that opportunity just to maybe turn the tide slightly in their favor, Wesleyan has come right back. And it's really been Zack Zavok starting it right off on the face-off. It looks like now a new face-off guy in for the Wesleyan Cardinals. I think it's Mitch Patton who's out there. And that time Gunnar Broadfuhr has won the face. And there he goes. Look at the speed of Broadfuhr, and he gets checked from behind. Another great check. Right as Broadfuhr had an opportunity to pull the trigger. Charlie McPhee getting one on the back end. There's a check there by Holdridge. In front of the net. Trying to get it to his... Oh, that one almost went in. It was a pass intended for Taylor Gustafson, and that one goes over his head. It almost floated into the net as Bohan was out of the cage. Instead, a costly turnover for the Bears. And another Wesleyan offensive possession that they can milk clock here. Here's Jacoby. He's got a path to the net here. Oh, right between the wickets. Oh, McAllister is sick about that one. Jacoby sneaks one right between his legs. And that's the second goal of the night for Jacoby. That'll make it 12-3 Wesleyan on top. 14:07 to go. Bears will go back to work. And another win there. That time on Zavok. They come. This is Gustafson. A nice win there by Broadfuhr. A little more pep in his step now on that faceoff. Trying to drive inside. Shot. Score! Ryan Gochar again. Just got a little bump on the defender there. Bounced off of him. Came back at the inside. When the defender closed in, he let one fire to the opposite side. And Bohan couldn't stop it. It is a 12-4 lead now. It's a great job by Gochar. A little bit of a jump there now by the Bears. They're going to try and rack some stuff up and make this one a little more respectable. Broadfuhr going to go for it again, and that time it's a win for the Wesleyan as the young guy, freshman Julian Barba, able to win that for the Cardinals. .60 seconds on the shot clock. It is a 12-4 lead for Wesleyan. This was a 5-2 game at the half, and Wesleyan just dominated, absolutely dominated. In the third quarter, a 6-1 third quarter victory for the Cardinals offensively. Trying to keep them out at bay still. Bears still working hard defensively. They get caught though, sagging too far inside. And that time it was a kick-out shot to Matt Chase, and you cannot give any of these Cardinals offensive players opportunities from the outside to be able to shoot, because they all can shoot. And as good as Charlie McAllister is and has been, that is a recipe for disaster. If you let these guys shoot from the outside, they're going to be a tough out no matter where they play. Playing in a very difficult conference this year, as we know. Tufts, very good. Amherst, good again.
Cardinals goal scored by number 31, Matt Chase. Assisted by number 2.
That one, a nice job picking that one up by Justin Edwards. They're trying to find an outlet. Oh, no. As it looked like Sexton delivered a big blow. That's going to turn the ball over. They got to reset the shot clock here. No, it's not going to turn the ball over. Bears are going to maintain possession. 12:17 on the clock now. Good pass there by McAllister. Good outlet pass. Bears can now set up the offense. And Zarillo in the game now with Iorio. McNulty and Holdridge. Well, at least McNulty rather, as we haven't seen much of him here in the second half. So he has sat for most of it. As that one is another turnover here. Bears get it. Now they've got numbers here. Good opportunity. They'll wait for reinforcements there. Connor Rowan thought better of it, and he'll get off the field and come back to the other side. Shot. What a shot! A rocket from Matt Johnson. And the junior from Westport, Connecticut, takes one and makes one. That's the idea. And it's a 13-5 lead now for Wesleyan. Matty Johnson is showing off some of his stuff here, the junior. He's had some good shots taken tonight. Broadfuhr getting in a tussle again. Zavok, and now it's a foul against the Bears. Gochar going to get credited with a assist, so good for him. Johnson obviously went to Staples High School in Westport, but went to the Naval Academy at Prep School as well. And made his way towards the academy here. Certainly shown his worth tonight with his 2 goals. Nice defense there. Good job. That's number 26, Tom Yule. Still hanging in there, still playing strong and big. Deflecting a pass there. Shot. Save. That one might have gone off the post there for McAllister. It's going to stick with Wesleyan. McAllister was on the ground there for a moment. Might have gotten a friendly bounce from the iron. Under 10 minutes to go now. Shot, goal, oh, sneaky from Sexton. Jake Sexton, his 4th goal of the night. And the sophomore is smiling back to the bench. 9:51 to go. They have taken a 14-5 lead. And we'll see maybe a late timeout come in here for Ray Lafort. We'll see. The Bears may just play this one out. Right now, they know where they stand. Well, they're just going to do whatever they can to get back into this game, no matter what. They're not going to give up, as Broadfuhr almost had another opportunity there. That one was dropped, but picked right back up by Zavok. Penny. Shot. Snow. Martello was wide right. $60 seconds for them to work with. McAllister, 12 saves, 39 shots taken from Wesleyan tonight. Sexton from behind the cage. Outside to Martello. Doesn't take the open shot. This time goes inside and finds the open man, Hayden Leachman, and the freshman from Kentfield, California, puts his name on the scorer's sheet. It is a 15-5. We have a 10-goal lead now for Wesleyan. And 8:49 on the clock, and all Coach LaForte do is take his hat off to that one and say, let's go again, fellas. Let's keep fighting. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch every Coast Guard athletics game right here on the USCGA Sports Network on uscgasports.com. Softball, baseball coming your way, men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, all this spring on the USCGA family of networks. Don't forget, it's Friday night. The Coast Guard men's basketball team plays in the first round of the NCAA tournament after an unprecedented win on Sunday over WPI. What a special season it has been. Coach Jaskowitz named the new MAC Coach of the Year earlier this week. Packy Witkowski named to all-conference honors. Just an excellent season that has gone deep now and into March, which is fantastic. They got March Madness out of us. That is a penalty. I'm going to say cross-check here against Wesleyan. Is it on Clogen is the question. See exactly who it was. No, they're going to say push with possession. So a technical foul. That is going to garner a 30-second penalty. And the Bears have another good opportunity here. They haven't cashed in on any of these yet. So we'll see if this one is different. Holdred springs it back the other way. McNulty is now out there here. Now he has it. Back down underneath. A shot by Iorio. Oh, good skip pass there coming. And it was a good opportunity. Good shot taken. Just couldn't cash it in, could Iorio. And now Holdridge can't get there. But now there's a flag down. And let's see exactly what the penalty is. It's going to be on Coast Guard, I believe. We have a slash here. Yes, it looks like we have a slashing penalty. So this should be a minute served. Coming up against the Bears. Serving it, at least, is Taylor Gustafson. So a free clear for Wesleyan now. With 7:17 to go in the game. Cardinals up by 10. Looking for more. Moriarty tried to skip pass and picked off. Losing it immediately, though, getting taken out from behind. That was Justin Edwards. Couldn't quite clear it. Now Sexton on the other end, and that's another goal. And you've just got to clear that ball. I mean, somebody has to get open and help Edwards out. They know he's triple teamed, but somebody just has to get open and help on the clear. Well, that's McNulty or whoever it was that was open down there. That was at least single covered. You've got triple team, and Edwards could also really kind of look back and see exactly, who's around him. He's not the fastest of defenders. There is a illegal procedure there, and taken by the Bears. Because it's just like that quickly, it's those types of things that can really bury you against a team like this. And it has. And Wesleyan has not played a clean game. They have not played a clean game by any stretch of the imagination. There's just been too many mistakes by Coast Guard. And some of the younger players getting involved here. It's Ryan Flynn, a freshman, and Matt Flynn. The Flynn brothers in here. There's Matt taking a shot that was saved by Bohan. And Iorio is going to hold it. It was there on the end. Here he comes around the cage, trying to spin back inside. Doesn't have an opportunity, and he gets it outside back to Matty Johnson. Johnson going to go right. Got it stripped from the back side. There, picked up there by McPhee. And it'll go out of bounds off of McPhee and back into the stick of Johnson. Coming around, Holdridge fighting inside, and he's right into the stick of Bohan. The freshman hasn't had too many opportunities tonight. It's been a tough go of it for everybody. You just have to go back to the drawing board of the next one and try to figure it out. Substitutions coming, and it looks like a timeout here with about 5:22 left in the game. Cardinals up 16-5. All right, it is time. It is that time of the day again. Your favorite segment, as we say. It is time for this day in Coast Guard history, and on this day it is March 4th today, and on this day, March 4th, 1925, an act of Congress for the first time provided for disability retirement within the lighthouse service. On March 4th, 1929, Congress appropriated $144,000 for seaplanes and equipment for the Coast Guard. In 1952, on this day, an air detachment consisting of 3 helicopters and necessary personnel, established as the first unit of its type on a test basis at Airsta, Brooklyn, began operating in support of port security operations. And on this day in 1977, ENS Jana Lambine, the U.S. Coast Guard Academy, graduated from the Naval Aviation Training at Nas Whitting Field, Milton, Florida, becoming the first female pilot in the Coast Guard. And that is your day in Coast Guard history. On this day in Coast Guard history, March 4th, 2020, the Coast Guard men's lacrosse team trailing the number 10 team in the country, the Wesleyan Cardinals, 16-5, with about 5 minutes left to go. As that one is turned over again by the Bears and picked up here by Walker Huff. He is stripped of it, and it is out of bounds back over to the Bears. So some of the younger Cardinals stretching their wings and making a couple of mistakes. Here's Edwards trying to get around, looking for an open teammate, and finally finds one. Here comes the speed of Matty Johnson. Looking around the cage. This is also young freshman Gage Kruger is in the game as well. Working around, shot wide there from Connor Rowan. Last to get it was the Bears, so they got to the end line first. Matt Flynn will take care of this. Some of the reinforcements in for the Bears as well. A better opportunity to get some of your young guys in, get some real-time experience, especially against a team like this. Driving the inside, shot wide to the right there from Gustafson. There is Kruger. And Johnson here, looking for the hat trick. Gives up. Holdridge, no shot there. Clogan still in the game. Still locked on to Caleb Holdridge. Gustafson. Too high there on the bounce. It's like about 10 seconds on the shot clock here for the Bears to get this one going. Kruger. Oh, puts his defender on his keister, but gave it up right into the stick of Nolan Collins, the freshman for the Wesleyan. And now some big hits being delivered here. It's starting to get a little physical. So, stripped again. Good job there by Edwards. And he'll run with it down the sideline. He's looking for Kruger. He doesn't have him open. And now we'll give up to Connor Rowan as we approach the 3-minute mark to go. Score there! Great shot. Opportunity knocked. And it was answered by Logan Tobias. And that makes it a 16-6 lead for the Cardinals. Bears cut into that deficit with 3:03 to go.
Bears goal scored by number 47, Logan Tobias. Assisted by number
Tobias,
28, Connor Rowan.
the midfielder from Commack, New York. With a nice goal here tonight. Let's see. 4th goal of the year for Tobias. That one's turned back over. Wesleyan will have it. Two and a half minutes here to go. And the young Cardinals are going to try to also put some in the net. As all the starters have gone to the bench. Shot from the outside. Oh, man, it got past McAllister. That was number 15, Sam Jean, the freshman from Holliston, Massachusetts. With the goal, and rinse and repeat. That's been the story tonight for Wesleyan. They just keep on scoring. When you are this loaded, and what a national championship can do for recruiting purposes. I mean, some people really think that the D3 level is better than the D2 level, and a lot of people would, I wouldn't say some people, I'd say maybe a lot of people believe that. And can sometimes compete even with the D1 level. As that one is, for the moment, picked up and then regathered there. Back to McAllister. So, this is, if you're watching this game tonight, you got to see some of the country's best players. Really on both sides, if you think about it. And Coast Guard is certainly no slouch, I'll tell you that. They have a very good team. This was a team in this back-to-back NEWMAC championship game appearances. Lost last year, a heartbreaker to Springfield. There's a nice move. Shot Flynn high. With 1:13 on the clock. Was picked number 2 in the preseason coaches poll in the NEWMAC next to Springfield. There's Matt Johnson. Got checked, but trailed the ball to get a ground ball for his efforts. Gustafson, decided to go roll dodge back to the left hand. Didn't work out for him, and Gage Kruger got to the end line first. I was going to say, that was a shot. 20 seconds on the shot clock here. Here is Flynn. Past the defenders. Nice job of switching hands by Matt Flynn. and going to the opposite end of the net to beat the new goaltender. That is Colin Hanley in net right now, and Matt Flynn just beat him. How about Matt Flynn? Him and brother Ryan there from Sterling, Virginia. Bears make this one 17-7 with 35 seconds to go. Bears are going to go play down in Baltimore this weekend. They will play Grove City. Is a late penalty going to come in here? Let's see. This is going to be against the Bears, it seems like. I'll be locked into the Bears. Will have the last 26 seconds here, down a man. Bears are going to go play Grove City on Saturday. That game will be at 1 o'clock at Loyola Bakersfield High School in Baltimore before they travel to New York Maritime. They will be back here, our next broadcast, March 21st, when the Bears take on a familiar foe, the Merchant Marines from Kings Point. Down low, shot. Oh, that one looked like it went in and went out. Not sure exactly what happened on that one for Iorio, who remains in the game. They're going to run it out here. If Hanley can get away from some of these guys, they'll run it out, and that'll do it. The final score, the Wesleyan Cardinals 17. The Coast Guard Bears 7. Wesleyan going to move to 2-0. Bears will drop to 2-3 before their trip this weekend down to Baltimore, as we said, where they'll look to improve on this one. They do not start conference play until March 28th. So a couple of games till then, when they come back home to play Merchant Marine and then head across the street to take on Conn College in a couple of back-to-backs here in New London. For all of our production crew up here, that we had multiple people tonight on the camera, we want to thank all of them. For our Sports Information Director, Jason Southard, I am Dan Zampano. We will see you next time on March 21st when the Bears take on Merchant Marine. The final score, once again, Wesleyan 17, Coast Guard 7. You've been watching